15 years, I didn't do anything. Right now, parang hinukay ako eh. Is it good enough? I want my images to go beyond that. It has to satisfy me first before I can share it with people. Actually, when I started holding a camera, it triggered something inside me because, growing up, I would watch my dad shoot and everything else. My dad was a photographer. In fact, I'd help him also sometimes in the darkroom. So I had a working knowledge of what photography was about. And so I was surrounded by that thing. I guess by osmosis, so when I started holding the camera, I couldn't let it go. I love watching films. My mother also loved watching films. So we would be together. So she would bring me and we would watch like Italian neo-realist films. So I got into films. So when I started taking pictures for myself, my mindset was different. I didn't want to take single images. I said, it has to move. It has to be like a scene in a movie. Photography is a two-dimensional medium, but I said, I want my images to go beyond that. I started things like this series. It was a series of 3 images which I called Autoretrato. Nobody would be crazy enough to post for me doing all this crazy stuff, so I ended up doing it myself. Like the first images is of me sitting in my studio outside my darkroom, and then there's a knife in front of me. I pick up the knife and I stab myself. Then blood flows out of the print and outside the print into the mat board, into the gallery, if it was a gallery exhibition. So that was it. That was the continuation of it. So it's gone beyond the two-dimensionality, it becomes three-dimensional. So my action inside the frame relates to the action outside the frame. In a lot of sense, me, using a medium which is also very technical. Some artists have blank canvas, they have paint, they have a brush, and then they do this, right? They create. Me, I have mechanical or technical things in my hand, tools. So that's what I use. I wanted to use that. So I started exploring Xerox machines. I'll take the Xerox, I'll Xerox it again until there's nothing there. It's an exploration of a fixed photo system that you could explore to create images which are not normal within the norm of the machine. Yeah, when I went to Paris and I said, I'll try single images. I'll try to just impressions of what the street is about. And I said, I don't know if it was fortunate or unfortunate because when I went there, when I traveled, I was so flustered getting all my things together that when I went, I forgot to bring my clear glasses. I only had my sunglasses on. So the whole time I had my sunglasses on, day and night, day and night. So everything was dark for me. I said, whoa, okay. And then I started saying, oh, it looks interesting. So I said, okay, it's daytime, but I want it to give the impression that it's nighttime. So they called it La Nuit Americaine. It's day for night. A lot of images become more evident when you get contrast and you see them in the shadow, or sometimes it comes out in different light. I like to be able to shoot it the way I see it. My occupation is really as a cinematographer, but I also, for a time, I was also a director, but mostly for television commercials. And prior to all of this, I actually was a still photographer working in the advertising business. I started a studio in 1980 with Neil Oshima, another photographer. We tried to be very innovative. People will always go to us if they wanted images that were a little bit unique. There's a term before which we call shoot, collect, and deny. Words, jobs that you do because you need the money. Well, economics. And the pay was very satisfactory. So you do it, but you will not necessarily say that. You will not put it in your reel. Things like that. But it pays for the bills. There was a time when I stopped doing, I have to do this, art for like close to 15 years. When I was trying to get back, I said, is it good enough? Is that good enough to be signed by me? So I'd do it and then I said, no, wag na lang. So 15 years, I didn't do anything na. It's not that I totally ignored it. I would do things. So I'd come up with an idea. I said, yeah, I liked it. Let me do it. I said, no, it doesn't measure up. And like the first time I really did feel that it measured, when I started working on my torso series. What if I put two images together? I said, how can I do that? How can I show that? Why can't I do something where I can reveal something behind? So I started tearing my images and putting them together. Right now, parang Hinukay ako eh. There's like a resurgence on my work. I mean, in a sense, because my work is not a mainstream kind of work. I do something which is a little bit, when you say photography at the time when you exhibit it, you're looking at landscapes, right? You see beautiful landscapes, nice sunsets, great portraits, things like that. And my work is the hell, di ba? I mean, ano yun, di ba? Dikit-dikit, that stuff, So I like to call it like structural. I'm taking the medium and I'm breaking it up. Art doesn't have to be categorized into certain boxes. I mean, whatever your form of expression is, it's really what you are. I mean, as always, art is a self-expression. It has to satisfy me first before I can share it with people.